Good morning, children. In today's topic, we are going to learn about the classification of business activities. First, we should know what is business activity. Producers produce goods at one place, and there are, we can say, consumers at the other point. So here we can see intermediaries should act as a link between the producer and the consumer. So when the manufactured goods reach the consumers, here we can say the business activity takes place. Business activities are classified into two. One is industry and the other one is commerce. First, we should see what is industry. Industry refers to all those economic activities which are connected with the conversion of resources into useful goods. The production side of the business activity is called as an industries. The term industry is used to mean group of firms producing similar or related goods. When talk about industry, we say it is about the production side and the technical side where we are going to use the raw material to make it into a finished product. We see kinds of industries. Industries are classified on the basis of activity and on the basis of size. On the basis of activity, it is classified into primary industry, secondary industries and tertiary industries. Primary industries are further classified into extractive and genetic. Secondary industries are further classified into manufacturing and construction. Under manufacturing, we have analytical, synthetical, processing and assembling. Then we see the tertiary industries. On the basis of size, we have micro, small, medium and large. Now we will see what is primary industry. When we talk about primary industry, it is concerned with the production of goods with the help of nature. It is nature-oriented industries which requires less of human effort. Here we can see examples for primary industry as agriculture, horticulture, fishing, forestry, etc. The primary industries are further classified into extractive and genetic. What is extractive? Digging out or taking out raw materials from the nature or the natural resources. Extractive industries supply basic raw materials that are mostly products of the geographical or natural environment. Now we can say examples for this as farming, mining, oil drilling, hunting and fishing are examples for extractive industries. Next we will see what is genetic industries. These industries remain engaged in breeding plants and animals for their use in the further reproduction. So we can say nurseries, poultry, piggery, nurseries, fisheries, etc. are example for genetic industries. Next we will see what is secondary industries. So from the primary industries, the raw materials are taken into for further processes. It's called as the secondary industries. They are concerned with using the materials which have already been extracted at the primary stage. These industries, you can say, they take the raw materials to produce goods for the consumption for the further processing for the industrial units. For example, for this is iron ore is a primary iron ore, it is used in the primary industry, but manufacturing of steel by way of processing of raw iron is used in the secondary industries. Secondary industries are further classified into manufacturing industries and construction industries. Under manufacturing industries, we have analytical, synthetic, processing and assembling. First, we will see what is analytical industries, which analyzes and separates different elements from the same materials is called as analytical industries. This happens in the case of oil refinery where we can say the lot of analytical process takes place there. They are differentiating elements. Synthetic industries which combines various ingredients into a new product. This happens in the case of cement. Next is processing industries which involves successive stages of manufacturing finished products. That's the case of sugar and paper industries. The last one is assembling industries. We can say television, computers, cars, you can say different products are taken into and it is assembled. So this is called as assembling industries. Next we will see what is construction industries. These industries are involved in the constructions of buildings dams, bridges, roads, as well as tunnels and canals. So wherever construction is happening, we call that industry as a construction industries. Next we will see the tertiary industry. We will see the classification of tertiary industries. Okay, so we saw tertiary industries is doing a kind of service. So first one we are going to see is personalized service. What is personalized service? We can see servants in our that is maid in our house, as well as plumbers, electricians, etc. They come and give us some personal service that is helping us with our work. So it is called as personalized service. Next we will see public service. Public servants, we can say policemen, government hospitals, government schools, they help the public with their services, giving education, giving medical help, giving safety, etc. So this is called as public service. Next we will see distributed service. So distribution of goods happens with the help of transports, logistics, etc., warehousing, salesmanship. So all this come under distributor service. Next we will see financial service. Immediately when we talk about finance, we remember the banks. Okay, banks and financial institutions help people by providing them with finance. So we call this as the financial service. Next is quaternary service. Professional or skilled persons or high technology is used to provide this kind of service. For example, software development, auditing, research and development, etc. are a kind of quaternary service. The last one we see is quinary service. New ideas are generated, new technologies are evolved, new policies are implemented by selected individuals. We can say inventors, scientists, etc. They do their part to help the nation as a whole. So their part is called as quinary service. Next we will see the classification on the basis of size. When I talk about size, we can say industries are classified into 4: micro, small, medium and large. Here we are not going to learn this in detail, as we have lesson number 21 to explain this as a full topic in detail. Okay, so next we will see commerce as an economic activity. When we talk about economic activity, commerce refers to all those economic activities which are necessary for bringing goods from the place of production to the place of their consumption. We have a definition here for commercial operations deal with the buying and selling of goods, the exchange of commodities and the contribution of the finished products. So commerce include not only trade but the auxiliaries of trade. What are the auxiliaries of trade? Is transportation, banking, insurance, warehousing, etc. are the auxiliaries of trade. First one we are going to see trade. Trade is an essential part of commerce. The term trade is used to denote buying and selling. Okay, whatever happens is a business activity, buying and selling. Okay, it helps in making the goods produced available to the ultimate consumer or users. Therefore, one who buys the good buys and sells goods are called as a trader. A trader is a middleman between the producer and the consumer. Next we will see what is transportation. Once the goods are produced, it has to be transported. So transportation helps goods to move from one place to another. We have different kinds of transportation modes like airways, waterways, railways, etc. So without transportation, goods cannot be moving from one place to another. It cannot be transported. Hence goods are to be sent to different places when they are in demand. The medium which moves men and materials from one place to another is called as transport. The next one we are going to see is about banking. To run a business we need finance. Okay, so banking and financial institutions, they help the business people to do their business activities. Banks supply money. Business activities cannot be undertaken unless funds are available for acquiring assets, purchasing raw materials and meeting other expenses. Necessary funds are to be obtained from bank. Thus banking helps business activities to overcome the problem of finance. Next we will see what is insurance. So every business has a risk. This risk can be overcome only with the help of insurance companies. So we can say risk means we can say fire, theft, drought, flood, etc. All these are kind of risk that happens to business people. So employees also required to take care of themselves. So you can say employee safety insurance is also a kind of a risk that happens to human beings. So risk of accidental and occupational hazards. So insurance provides protection in all such cases. Next is warehousing. Usually goods are not sold or consumed immediately after production. It has to be stored in the warehouses. So warehouses keeps the goods safety. So in order to protect the goods, here we can say warehouses are built. Special arrangements must be made for storage of goods to prevent loss or damage. We can say in warehouses we have lots of damage. Fire happens, theft happens. Same goods get destroyed by insects, birds, etc. Ants destroy the goods, etc. Warehousing helps business people or business firms to overcome the problem of shortage and facilitates the availability of goods when and where required. So these are about the activities of commerce. Okay, so commerce activities are classified into trade, transport, warehousing, banking and insurance. Here we have a comparative study of what is industry, commerce and trade. Okay, I want you all to learn this, children, as this is one of the important questions to learn. Next, we will do a recap of what we have learned today. In today's lesson, we have learnt what is industry. What is industry? Industry is a manufacturing or production unit. Then we saw the kinds of industries. Industries are classified on the basis of activity and on the basis of size. Okay, on the basis of activity we saw primary, secondary and tertiary industries. On the basis of size we saw micro, small and medium, large. Okay, next we saw what is commerce. Okay, commerce is all those economic activities which is including in buying and selling of goods. Under that we saw what is called as trade. Okay, so what is trade? Same way, buying and selling, where from the production center to the consumption center. So how trade helps as a link between the production and the consumption. Then we saw what are the auxiliaries of trade. Transportation, banking, insurance, warehousing are the auxiliaries of trade. Then we saw a comparison between what is industry, commerce and trade. Okay, so this comparative study you have to learn, as this is one of the important questions. Okay, children, so in today's topic we have learnt about all these things. I hope you have understood today's topic, children. Thank you and have a nice day.